Greetings everyone, Kallume here with another PS3 trophy whoring video. Today I have a classic, I want to say classic meaning 4 years old. This is going to be Bionic Commando. This game came out in 2009, and I played it for a little bit and then I got fed up with it and I really just could not get around to getting the platinum, so I swung by my EB Games. I picked it up for I think $5. And I decided to play all the way through it. Now I do have a bunch of clips actually. What I did for this game is I actually did local recordings for about 2-hour play windows here and there, and then I just split up the videos and everything just to show you some gameplay throughout the entire thing. Now I played it on the hardest of hardest difficulties, which was Commando, to start. And I did not focus on collectibles, I only focused on beating the game. I did some of the other challenges and things like that, but you have to not only beat the game on the hardest difficulty, but then you also have to replay. Well, you can do it all in one, but I did it in two. So I beat it on the hardest difficulty, then I went back and I played it on normal, and on normal what you have to do is you have to not only collect all of the collectibles, but you have to complete every single challenge in the game in a single playthrough. And what challenges are is you have to kill 5 guys with a single grenade, you have to kill 2 guys while swinging using a bulldog, things like that. So I had to go through my second playthrough with all of the challenges complete as well as all the collectibles. So that's going to be at the very end of this video is where I actually do get the platinum. So yay, you guys actually get to see me get the platinum. So even though I do pick up some collectibles, there's really no point of me getting these collectibles at all. Second playthrough, I didn't show a lot of the action. I showed the last 2 boss battles. However, I felt that I was actually a little bit better versed in playing the game on the second playthrough than I was on the first. On the first, I do have some game overs or some really close calls that happen throughout, which are pretty brutal. Only remember that a lot of these clips that I am showing you, this is probably the 3rd or 4th attempt. I should have had my headset on so you could actually hear me get pissed off at the game. There was a couple of them. It was about 2 in the morning, and I'm pretty sure there was a couple of fucks or fuck you game or what the shit, or yeah, it was pretty bad. Overall, start to end, this game took me about 16 hours to platinum. Thankfully, I have nothing really to do over the holidays, and I managed to get that done in 2 days. Yes, 2 8-hour days playing video games. Who can do that these days? Aside from, like, 13-year-old boys in high school. So sit back, relax, watch the video. I'm going to probably jump in for a little bit more narration stuff when some scenes come up. Otherwise, you have some generic gameplay, some clips of dialogue and cutscenes and things like that, and also a couple of random trophies. All right, thanks, guys. this scene coming up, or this part of the game coming up here, is the first time you get the Bulldog, and I was fucking terrible at using the Bulldog. I did not learn how to use the gun effectively until way later in the game, and it's actually now one of my favorite guns. I like it more than the Hiker in the gun, which is your shotgun. But this part of the game, you have 2 polycraft you need to kill. Now what I'm going to be doing is we're going to waiting for that Bulldog to land. There it comes. And I'm actually going to run over, grab it, and then hide behind it, the monorail car. Now, this was a scene, or part of the game, I think I tried it about 3 in the morning, and I just could not get it because I was constantly getting killed. Now, this one, it's not the smoothest kill. I think I was completely out of ammo. Actually, if I remember correctly, I was completely out of ammo by the time I killed both these polycrafts. So you can just laugh at the folly, but you know, if you're playing on Commando difficulty, see, look how bad I am at the Bulldog. If you're playing on Commando difficulty, you might remember this part of the game, and you're like, ah, oh, you know, okay, this is how you managed to do it, and things like that. See, look at that. Did I even hit it twice yet? No, I haven't. I've used 4 ammo, and I've hit it once. Oh, there's twice. God, I'm just so bad with that gun. And then there's a Hiker that drops afterwards, and I'm just as bad at using that gun as well, so. The scene here is going to be in the mall where you have to just fight a whole bunch of grunts and heavies. So a lot of infantry, but I died. I died a lot of times in this alleyway here because they all rush you, and you know, I do have my adrenaline. I have full adrenaline, and I should be using it a lot, but I wasn't too familiar with how to use it or what the range was. So I was also going for some of the challenges as well, not knowing that I needed to. Oh, there's a challenge right there. I don't know if I already had that one or not, but so I was going for challenges, throwing and things like that. But yeah, this one took me a while to get because you have to go all the way through the mall here and kill, I think, 3 waves of infantry. That was the first wave there. Then you'll have a second wave, and then you have to keep after going. And if you die halfway through, naturally, of course, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. So this took me about, I want to say, half a dozen times to finally get, even though it was, you know, there was no biomechs, there was no polycraft, it was just normal infantry. But I think I was trying to get a little bit too crafty with it, like using too many throws. I think I was trying to use my death from above. But yeah, hard scene on Commando for me. Right, so I just destroyed... I'm going to be destroying this Lancer Biomech pretty simply because I have a lot of ammo for my Bulldog. And there's going to be a bunch of guys that run in the door. Now I'm going to get a trophy here, but I'm also going to die at the same time because I am absolutely retarded. So there's Let the Dog Out, challenge complete, which is kill 3 guys with a single Bulldog shot. Now I'm not sure why I decided to run over here and try to get this guy, but as you saw, I rolled and got meleeed in one shot. So I still got my trophy anyway. There it is, just popped. Throughout the game, you're going to have to unlock a couple of relays where the relays enable you to safely navigate on these mines that you see. No, they're not balloons. They're actually, you know, originally mines that hurt you and kill you. And there was actually one part where I did get killed by them because I didn't even know they were there. But yeah, so you do have to do sometimes a complicated navigation scene where you do have to navigate across a field of mines, across a huge ravine. I think my next scene is going to have the huge ravine scene coming up here. So I dive bomb off, and then you have to lasso onto trees, launch yourself across, and then you have this huge ravine of mines to go across. Yay! Like the type of platforming this game gives you. This next clip here is going to be the, well, first real boss, I guess, you can have in the game. Now, apparently I'm not moving. Now, this is my 3rd attempt. I did find a video online since I was already stressed out from the game on the hardest difficulty at this point. I really just wanted to kill this boss as quickly as I possibly could. Now, he does, in Phase 2... Cool, my body's clipping through a taxi there. In Phase 2, he actually does this pulsing ability where you're supposed to time your jumps so that you jump over top of his, over top of these blast waves that come up from him. But you can actually use the tree, and you're going to see me use it throughout this clip, where as soon as he starts doing his pulse, you just jump on the tree and you completely avoid it. Now, for this phase here, what you do is as soon as he starts charging up his laser, you pick up a car, so you actually see the dust trail of him running around, so you know where you need to run to get into range. So you're going to pick up the car, and then you're going to whip it while he's charging his laser. If you do not hit him, and I think I might have it happen in this attempt, I'm not sure, but if he does get his charge off, he shoots this, you know, large fire beam, and the fire beam requires you to avoid it, obviously. Okay, good, I got him there. Phase 2 happens at 50%, and then he starts doing his blast wave pulse, and then it's kind of just a rinse repeat. You just have to jump in your tree, as you'll see coming up. You can use normal weapons on this guy as well to kind of expedite the fight, but I really didn't want to mess around since this was the first time I've ever killed this guy, especially on the hardest difficulty. So I do have the Bulldog out, which I did get better at, as you'll see, as hopefully you remember from the other clip where I really was bad with it. But so here he drops down, and you do have to go through a sequence, but you can throw cars at him, or you can use weapons. And on my normal attempt, I definitely used a lot of weapons.
Joe, it's over. What the hell was that thing?
The enemy must have been using it to dig their tunnels.
Right, coming up here is a trophy called Pull. You have to kill a flying enemy with a thrown item. So I'm waiting for him to shoot his Kamehameha wave there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kite this up. I'm going to whip it at him, kill him as he's flying. I took a lot of damage. This is on Commando difficulty here. And then I had to do this challenge again, but this is the first time I did it. So I did get the trophy coming up in just a second. Oh my god, these things take so long to come up. There we go. There's my pull for killing a flying enemy with a thrown item. This boss fight, you actually had to, you couldn't injure him with any grenades or explosive items until later in the battle when he hit phase 2. So yeah, I was throwing a couple of things trying to damage him here, but you can't do it until later in. So this is my normal kill here. You actually have to wait for him to use an attack and then dodge it appropriately. He does a leap that you need to jump away from, which I failed right there. As soon as you actually avoid that, you could swing and attack and then do some damage to him. The other one that he's going to do is like a lightning dash. You also need to get out of the way of that, which I also think I failed coming up as well. Yes, I do. There you go. And then you can't grab him. If you do not dodge the ability, you can actually damage him in a counter. So hopefully there we go. I succeed on this one here, and then you can target and kick him in the back and do some damage to him. What was really cool about this is if you kept failing, which, bear in mind, I failed quite a bit on the hardest difficulty on Commando, when you do reset the fight, every time he starts talking about his dialogue, you can actually press square and choose to skip it, where you tell him to shut the fuck up. It's actually pretty hilarious. So if you do have a couple of attempts on this guy, if you flawlessly do it on your first time on Commando, grats to you, but I definitely didn't. You can constantly just tell him to shut up and it skips all the dialogue, which it doesn't necessarily make him attack quicker. It's just hilarious when your character is just like, shut the fuck up! You could do that for every single boss ever. Whenever you have to redo that, oh, there's a couple of bosses in World of Warcraft that I would definitely opt to have that skip option. Especially Kael'thas, for those who actually know Kael'thas. Oh my god, that would be brilliant, just telling Kael'thas to shut the fuck up. And I was using a guide for all of my collectibles, and I did, after running around for a little bit there, figure out that it was actually hiding in a box. This is my final collectible for the, I believe it's the Collector is the trophy. We'll see in just a second here as it's going to pop up. Come on, trophy. Pop up. Bling, bling, bling. There it is, the Collector. Woot, woot. One more to go.
Must be someone close. You've been using her all.
And here at the very end, I am plummeting to my quote death, maybe? Quote death? After discovering in the game that apparently, and this is sick and twisted, and this is a super spoiler, but you've already just seen the final boss anyway. Apparently, I'm looking for my wife who disappeared for 12 years, and apparently they took her tissue and attached it to my bionic arm. So I have my dead wife attached to my arm, which is really creepy and shit. Anyway, here we go. Gonna have my challenges completed trophy coming up. No, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, there we go. Boom! Bionically challenged, and there is my platinum. So, yay! Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, bye!